So many people have asked me what exactly I get up to once I'm done on air on my show. So this is what I've had as a hobby for over 10 years now. A profitable hobby all the same. I craft candles. So this is my workshop, and this is what it looks like when I arrive at my workshop and start thinking about what I want to create. I have a huge wax melter there with wax ready to be melted. I have some leftover wax, colored and fragranced, from my last session at the workshop. And of course, I set out all my utensils. So I check on my wax heater to see how that's looking. The wax heater seems okay. A little bit of wax still left over there. Might have to scrape that off. This is some leftover orange wax I might be working on. Some dark purple wax as well standing by. Some white wax in there somewhere as well. Still trying to start my creative process. Nothing's really come to me yet. But then at this point, while I start melting things, I just look at things I've created recently. Most of the time, I sort of use past designs as inspiration for something new, and sometimes I decide to layer things. Of course, this is the month of love. February is here, so I'm definitely making some beautiful Valentine's candles. I'm fragrancing these cinnamon and a few of them strawberry. I have some beautiful heart candles and love candles, which I will be using later on. Now this is a frosted icing strawberry shortcake cupcake candle. So it's been fragranced and it's supposed to have a rough top. That's why it looks that way. And then of course this is also a one love candle. All the red wax I've used, honestly, I hope I've not put them all out of business. Now this is a peach cake that I'm going to be decorating a bit later on. I've specially prepared some fruit decorations for that. Now this is a very manly oud block candle. The square shape seems to be quite popular with the men out there. I tried to balance things out. Now this green leaf, I'm still not sure where I'm going to use that. I just molded it down because I had some excess green wax there. Now this rose I am super proud of. It came out so well. Sometimes when you're molding candles, it can be quite tricky, but that one really came out well. That would look beautiful on top of a cake. Now, some of the fruit that I made previously, this is what they look like. So I have some red berries, some black berries there as well. I'll probably be making some other colored berries a little later on. Now these are really super easy to make and they last forever. Even if I don't use them for a design today, I'll always get the chance to use them later on. Now this is another red velvet version of a square cake that I'm trying to put together. Basically, you can achieve anything. This coffee cake is also something I've been planning for quite a while. It's looking a bit misshapen there, but I'll be able to sort that out later on. And of course, I have some leftover white wax in the jug from my last session. So this is basically what it looks like in my workshop. This particular wax warmer has a really nice tap there. It's a 6 liters warmer, and it also has the kind of thermostat that keeps wax warm even when it's not heating it. Keeps wax warm for quite a long time, so you're not always rushing to warm more wax. Now that particular spoon comes in quite handy, especially for tall pillar candles. Now this is a bamboo stick. Comes in handy for mixing in fragrances and of course colors. Now this is a wick trimmer. This is extremely important for cutting wicks. I'll show you the wicks later on. Now this big spatula comes in handy when you're making huge batches of colored wax. Now these jugs are actually milk frother jugs, but they come in extremely handy because you can warm wax in them just in case the wax starts getting cold. And then of course, as you can see, I have this tiny saucepan. It's actually a milk pan that I use for the purple wax. Now this is the square silicone mold that I used for some of the block candles you've seen there already, and that is the mold, the silicone mold for the cupcake candle that I showed you before, the frosted icing cupcake candle I showed you before. I have a few other molds. I use this one for the peach cake that I'm trying to create there, and as you can see, that's where that came out from. One great thing about silicone molds is that it's easy to demold the candles once you've got the exact mix and texture right. Now there is a lot to learn when it comes to different types of wax, and different types of wax can be used for different things. Well, since this is just an introduction, I'm not going to go so deep into waxes. But as you can see, these are all silicone molds. This was the mold I got the rose, well, the flower out of, and it was quite easy to demold that. I showed you some berry shaped molds earlier on, which is what I used to make the black and red berries. Now the love candle you saw earlier on and the heart shaped candle, this was the mold I used to create those with my red wax. I'm just letting you into my thought process as I start my day in the workshop. Make sure you don't forget to subscribe to this channel, Gidi Candles, and of course hit the notification bell. I'm going to be posting a lot more amazing candle crafting videos right here on Gidi Candles. It's a pleasure to be crafting with you.